Okay, so Bitcoin right now is retesting the 21 EMA. So just as you can see right now, I just zoomed out, I just put it on the weekly just to see where the main resistance are. So you can see the local top was at like around $109,000. We got like the main resistance at $104,000. The lower one that we really don't want to close below, it's around $80,000. This range over there. Just gonna zoom a little bit more for you. And right now where we are. So right now we are like around like $86,762. We have the weekly, the daily EMA, the 21, acting as resistance. So we want to close, and we have this trend line as well acting as resistance. So it's kind of crucial. There was maybe just like a relief pump. Are we gonna revisiting the low weekly around like $80,000? One thing, I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. One thing that we really don't to see, to be honest, is I don't mind if we're weak, if we go revisiting, touching, but we really don't want to close it below $80,000. As well, one thing, Confluence too. This one, the blue line, is like the 200 moving average, the EMA, so a faster one. But this one is critical, no? So on a good side, like the 21 EMA cross the 200, so this is good to see. And we break it as a support. So is that just like a little retest, and then we break through, and then just try to pretty much like get this next resistant area or volume where people are interesting. That's going to be a bit difficult and more challenging to break. You see like a lot of things happening during this move around there, around like $86,000 to $96,000 to $94,000. And yeah, it seems that we are a little bit overbought. So what we want to see, it's I don't mind if we're weak, because like with the volatility, they're gonna try to liquidate people. So the most important is just that at least if we stay above the 21 EMA and the 200 EMA, that's the most important, and I think that's the most thing that we should care about. Just gonna zoom in out a little bit for you, just like that you have an idea. And yeah, you see as well, one thing that just gonna pop up as the 52. The 50, I think, just react as a resistance just a bit above. Yeah, you see there. So yes, it's correlate as well with the trend line resistance. And now we're doing like double, triple top, and then a bit rejected. Time will tell. But yes, we're just gonna need to pay attention for this week. So expect to have some lower. One thing that we just something good, it's the most important is that we don't close like at critical resistant supports, and we still want to see those type of higher low. So higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So until then, that's good. If we break, expect like some low volatility, and then retest this trend line. So this is for Bitcoins. Same story as well for Ethereum. Ethereum as well has been struggling this bull run. We're gonna see, but still same. Until we don't get like this support above the 21 EMA, and we break this trend line, it's just gonna be like some relief bumps. But until then, my friend, like it's gonna be, and then we're gonna try to revisiting like the 2,600 regions, and then next it's gonna be like 3,000. Kind of fly, but those like the big area where you can see it act as you can tell, like the amount of weak kind of sideways that's happened on those two spots. But before, one step at a time, same volatility. I just want to warning you guys, just be careful of those type of wicks. if your stop loss are too close and they have like too much interest, money makers gonna chase you and they're gonna liquidate you or just stop your order. So it's okay to get stopped in your order if you've been following your rules and your trading style. That's the most important. It's okay. You win some and you lose some as well, you know. So the most important is just that when you lose, it's according to your strategies and risk management that I teach. So and same story for Ethereum. So you can see over times we don't want to break this trend line as well, you know, as a support. We want to build momentum. If we close above, it's amazing. Expect as well some volatility in between like $2,000 and 2,300, 400, give or take, with some weeks on the way up and the way down. But same story, you know, we really don't want to see losing some crit, very massive one. And on a weekly, just as well, just to give you an idea, but you see like the weekly is like $4,000, and this one there somewhere there. And actually, see, if we lose this one, guys, we're just gonna go visit on friends at Goblin Town, but 1,000, you see. And the thing is, like, when you have those, oh yeah, just gonna look on this screen, sorry guys. When it's very quick to have these weeks there, and a lot of people is gonna get trapped here with all the stop loss that they got in place and with the over leveraging. So I think like those two moves has been like mostly from the leverage future trading, but time will tell. But yeah, I see some on a bigger picture, yes, we seems to be oversold and due for big move, but in between those like intraday trades, I think we have maybe a little bit more, because it's very quick just to break this trend line, just to fake out, grab the liquidity. You see all those nasty wicks there, here, bam bam. So we're gonna see, but what we want to see is just like something that we either stay here fighting a little bit in between there, like between the 50 and the 21. That's good. Worst case scenario, they try to liquidate people, but we don't close and make another lower high. We don't want to see those lower high again, but it's in the card as well, so we need to be careful. And worst case scenario, just something like this. We just want to see something like this, and then break this trend line, you know. But you can see the 200 EMA as well on the daily is far. So like I say, Ethereum didn't do too great, and expect as well some consolidations even when we break, you know. It's not gonna go straight line, or except if we got some good news. We have a lot of news with the ETF moving forward, so I think it's really good. Solana, XRP, they released like a few news and then they canceled it. They removed it, you know. So I think they were not supposed to put. So it's kind of a little hint of what's happening. We already know on the big picture where we're heading, but it takes times, and market is really affected with the macro. I think the stock market did kind of bounce back a little bit. I think Tesla. We're just gonna check later. I just finished the altcoins for you guys, and then I just jump like quickly on the on stock, because I think Tesla rebounds that I was looking for, and Nvidia had like a big meeting, big event too. So we're gonna see. But like, look, most of them are a bit in advance, or they're running a bit late, or still fighting in between. But this one, you see, will break this trend line, so it's good to see. A lot of momentum with the Solana. We had like a little bounce relief with the meme coins on the Solana ecosystem for the past few days, the AI sector. So that's great to see. And you see, it's a little bit in advance, where we already break the 21 EMA. We bounced back there, so expect maybe a double higher low, no, higher high. So just boom. Or we revisiting, we do a retouching a bottom, or we go lower and then is gonna be play out like kind of a bit sideways for quite some times. The time to fighting in between the 50 EMA and the 21 EMA. I think that's what I would like to see, and that I'm going to pay attention on that one. So same story. Dodge same as well. You see trapped in between like the 50 and 21 EMA. We got some after major key support area above, but until then, my friend, we just need to be careful, to be cautious. Those ones they're going to act as a magnet. They really want to go to revisit those spots, but we are not out of the forest yet. We are still struggling with those goddamn bears. So just be careful about those liquidations. Like even I've got like one trade stopped out today. It's okay. Like I say, when you're losing, but with your right strategy, because you have everything in place, it's so good. It's all about probabilities. We cannot predict. We can anticipate, have a lot of probability, but market can go either way, up or down. So if like a news pop up from nowhere, it can pump, or if we have some news coming from nowhere, it can down as well. So bear in mind. But same Dodge as well that I was talking previously. It was like around like a 19, and I say yeah, it could revisiting like those spots, from like the previous support. And you see, I didn't pay too much attention to Dodge recently, but you see we revisited like this, like around like 15 to 40 cents. Now we rebounds back, and we're gonna see. We really don't want to go lower. I don't want to see a price like lower than 16, or at least closing under 16 cents. Link. So why Link? Because it's like amongst the US asset that they got the interest in. The US. Same story. You see, we got like this trend line. Some of them break out already, some of them not. Is that like a fake out and then just dump? It seems to be a bit overbought already. Sorry. And same story. We really don't want. This is like a week, so consider this as kind of like the liquidity grab that they try to grab. With those nasty weeks. Can I do this? Can I do that? Bim bam boom. Okay. So yeah, you see here, it's some of those spots that like I really don't want to see it. We should be alright, at least until we stay above this 21 EMA. They can do whatever they want with some weeks in between this range. That's good, However, I really don't want to see to start to consolidate underneath. And just same story for Mr. Link. Where's the 200? 200. See, it's a bit closer than like Ethereum, so maybe more in terms of, we can see we may just start to range for quite some time for a while. I will not be surprised, to have like this kind of little bounce left and right. The time to see what's happening with the tariff. I think we have like some good news as well from the tariff, that they start losing a little bit less pressure in this market. So same story. We just need to pay attention where we're heading. But yeah, a lot of altcoins are, how can you see, 40%, 44%. Time will tell. I was nailing as well Pepe too. Look, Pepe tried to retest and seems to be rejected by the 50 EMA. So same story. I think like not one rule of all of them, but they tend to rhyme, and they look at the same picture, that they're bouncing around all of them at the same spot. So I think we're just gonna pay attention on this area, and to be careful, that they're just gonna try to grab like those. Can I do this? Can I do that? I think it's do this. Yeah, here we go. You see? Yeah. So we're just gonna be careful, that we don't want to go like under, and try to do this type of thing, because the thing is like a lot of people went like long crazy. So those little rally I'm pretty sure has been like driven by the future market, maybe not as much as like the spot kind of. So yes, and this is the perfect sign after it's weeks, so we never know if it start to break and we consolidate above the 50. That's amazing, that we want to see. But this, I think, again, is gonna need to come from news from the outside. Until then, we're just going to be careful on that. So be careful with your stop loss. And this is yes. And I wanted to just check one thing. Tesla. It's because yeah, I was saying that it was like very oversold. Tac, 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 boom, boom, boom. Super goopy. So yeah, it started to get on the bearish again. But one thing, tac, 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 tac. One thing again. We really want to see to break this main trend line. Until then, it's just gonna be, it just has been like a relief there that we had like from the past, and it was like pretty oversold, to be honest. And we have like this kind of like a double bottom here that I think is like the tac and tac, show you a bit. So yeah, so we got see this, but the thing is like we got like two solutions and two things that make sense. We either do this triple bottom, that would be amazing, but we want to see like a higher low, so it would be nice, we break, bam bam bam. That's something that we want to see. So we want to see like something like higher low, higher low, higher low, break the trend, support, retest, and but less manipulation, to be honest, not as much in crypto. In crypto it's been a bit more wide recently, and but I think the it's something that we just need to pay attention overall with just what's going on. So bear in mind, we are at the critical level with the support of the 200 EMA for Bitcoin, the above like the affecting as well the trend line, and the 50 EMA for the top, and we bouncing like for 2 or 3 times already on the on the 21 EMA, and we may revisiting like the 200 EMA at $85,000, and because of the grid and max over leveraging, maybe 84 as a week. But we don't want to close under this $80,000, otherwise we need to kind of re-see like perspectives and where the market is going. So guys, on that note, like nothing much. You see, we just need to pay attention. Me, I'm just still pay attention on the bigger time frame, on the bigger picture, where we go, where we going, where we could heading. But bear in mind, like we are in this kind of very interest area where when the resistance hits, it's where a lot of people get in the trade and try to sometimes be too greedy. So with this fake out, that can happen at any time. So guys, on that note, have a fantastic evening, and talk to you soon for another video. Bye bye.